Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's your host Ronnie coming to you with a video about my experience playing football my sophomore and junior year. And I hope you guys are having a great time. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it. So the story begins at the end of my freshman year. The year was ending on a good note, so I began to think that playing football my sophomore season was going to be a good move. So fast forward to summer, and I'm on the roster. And I thought I was going to start. My naive little ass thought I was going to start. But little did I know, I was far behind in terms of skill and strength. And so, it went really well. So, fast forward to a week or two before school, and we had our first forward pad practice. And I didn't even get to participate in most of the drills because coach was uncomfortable with me taking hits without my parents' permission. So one day, after practice, coach had a meetup with my parents. So I was really hoping that coach and my parents would let me get to play 10 plays in games that we were winning. But they ended up allowing me to play 2 plays in games that we were up by 21 by the end of the 4th quarter. So, week 1 and school rolled around. Week 1, the locker room was amped. We were ready to play, and I remember, while getting ready for the game, one of my friends asked if this was my first high school football game. I answered yes. He also asked about great players that wore number 80 in the past. Number 80 was my number. So, to sum up the events of that game, the events of week 1, we lost. But hey, our season ain't over just yet. Week 2, we play a game. It's a home game at Jefferson Stadium against Whitefield. No, it's Whitefield. And to put it frankly, we whooped their ass. 55-0. This team was the Oakland Raiders of Jefferson League. And I played at the end of the 4th quarter, and the play went like this. I got in my stance, the ball was snapped, and I got put into the ground by the center. And I got back right up. I got right back up. The locker room after that game was pumped. They were really, really cheering for me for taking a hit and getting back up. Week 3 rolls around. I forgot who played. But boy, we got our ass whooped by 40. Oh, hi guys. Hey, this is Clever. So you want to say hi to these guys? He says hi. No, we actually played Alvada West week 3 and we got our asses kicked. Week 4 rolls around. Our season not over yet. We still have a shot. And we kicked their ass. This was our homecoming game against the Tigers, and we won 55-21. This team was absolute crap. So I went into the game by the end of the fourth quarter. No, I went into the game. I said that really quickly. I went into the game in the fourth quarter to defend against the extra point attempt and an offensive series. This time, I fared a little better, but yeah, I was not that good. So, week 5 rolls around, we play Sheffield. We lost by 1 point. 29-30. Had our field goal team gotten out there and kicked the field goal, we would have won the game. But hey, our season ain't over just yet. Still, we may be 3-2, but we still got a shot. Week 6, Liberty. We play Liberty at their home stadium. It was their homecoming game. They chose to play us for their homecoming game. Boy, we kicked their ass. Over 30 points. I was shocked. A team that they thought they were better than us. Like to them, like to us. Just mind blown. So anyways, I went in the middle of the fourth quarter, and I did not feel well, to be honest. The first play went really well. I took a hit and I tried right on, and right through the fog, and oh man. The next play, you might want to cover your ears for this, or close your eyes, or whatever. I got kicked in the butt. Eventually I couldn't see where I was going because there was like all the haze. And I couldn't see my target. My target guy, number 71. And oh my god, number 77, I can remember, whooped my ass because I couldn't see the other players coming. And frankly, I think I had a concussion. But I was not satisfied, so I begged Coach to play one more play. Let me play one more play. And I was like, Coach, let me play one more play. And I got my ass kicked again. Now, week 7, we played Bear Creek. We beat them 14-7. That was a game we should have been in overtime because our team at that time had a very limited offense. Like, we had a quarterback that couldn't really see over the line, but he was so good at running the football. So we ran the ball all the time. We had to play 13 years, and we ran it constantly during that game. But we won. We got the win. And we moved on. Our season was getting better. Then comes week 7. No, it was week 8. Yeah, it was week 8. And we lost to Golden High School, our rival, our arch rival. They lost to us for the last 10 years. And they had to beat us. To beat us. That one time. That hurt real bad. But lo and behold, our season is not over yet. Not over just yet. But we played Dakota Ridge. Week 9. Guess what? We lost. It was one of those games that came down to the wire. You know, just one play could change the entire game for either team. That one play came for Bear Creek. No, it was a Dakota Ridge. And it went positively for them. And we lost to them. We lost. Again. But we still had one more play. No, I mean one more game. And we had for week 10 Grand Junction coming to Jefferson Stadium to play us. And boy oh boy, we kicked their ass. 45-10. It may have been 55-10. God, they were horrible. Those 2 plays. No, those 3 plays. I played 3 plays. I was significantly better. I was taking hits on kickoff better. I was handling double teams better. But yeah, I got thrown around one play. But I got right back up. The next play, I handled the offensive lineman real well. That year we went 5-5. But it was so good. It was so freaking good. Everything. It felt so good to be on a varsity football team. So, I continued into my junior season. Junior off season starts. And to be frank, I think half of the guys forgot that I was on the team. But they remembered me. And lo and behold, I couldn't even practice in the first scrimmage. Because I didn't have my pad. I swear, I had practice with helmet for 2 days. And I did not have my pad. But a second scrimmage, a blue and gold scrimmage, I played in it. I played defensive end and it went really well. So we're playing a game. Now, it was not a game, but week 1, we were getting our uniforms from the storage room, and one of my friends, he passed me. He passed me on camera in front of the whole team. It humiliated me. And we lost that game. And the guy that passed me got hurt. That team may have been a different game. But whatever. That story is a very important story. But week 1 we played the same team that we played week 1 of my sophomore season. Lo and behold, we lost. Again. To make matters even worse, during practice leading up to the second game, I suffered a concussion that knocked me out for a week. And those 4 weeks, we went 2-2. We beat Whitefield again. 55-0. And we lost to Alberta West again. And I forgot who else we played, but we went 2-2. Now my first game back, we played Sheffield. You already know where this is going. We lost. Again. This time by what? 30 points. And we got nothing. On offense. Just nothing. But week 6 of my junior season, we played Bear Creek. And we kicked their ass. So good! But I didn't play. But it felt so good to get the win. And week 7, we played Liberty for our homecoming game. And by halftime, we were losing. But in the middle of the third quarter, the other punter fumbled the ball, and we recovered it, ran it for a touchdown. And we won that game so good. And it felt so good to have a comeback victory on our resume. But we played Alberta West. And this is the story, this is the game where, you know, the Thursday night before that game, I got pantsed, and this is where the guy that pantsed me got hurt. We lost again. Again. What was up with our team? Our team had some good guys, but they weren't on the same page. Now this continues into our next game, week 8, against Golden. We lost again to our rival. This one really hurt. Again, we lost to them. Again. Like, why could we not beat Golden for 2 years in a row? Like, what was that? Week 9 rolls around. We play Dakota Ridge. We scored 9 points. They scored 33. We recovered a fumble and took the lead early in the first quarter. But our offense screwed up. Our offense screwed up. But despite us being so far behind, I got to play my first game, my first play in all of my junior season. And even though we lost, my father got to see me play for the first time. And when a son knows his father is seeing him play for the first time, and knows his father is proud, sorry, noise. Alright, I'm back. It feels so good for the son. And I didn't get my ass kicked in that game. I'm more worried about protecting my head, obviously, because of that concussion earlier. And week 10, we go to Grand Junction. It was us traveling to Grand Junction. We were 5-4 with a shot to make the playoffs. And lo and behold, we lost. Sure. 45-9. I can't put it into words how freaking bad. It hurt to lose the last game I played in ever. My last football game that I played in ever. Yeah, I got to play 2 plays, and the first play that I got to play, they scored a 75-yard touchdown on us. My second play, I went to defend the 2-point conversion. I went to stop for the 2-point conversion in predictable fashion. They scored the 2-point conversion. They scored the 2-point conversion. Scored it. It hurt real bad. That locker room after that loss was just so emotional. I mean, we had guys crying. It is hard for a guy to cry around other guys. But this one made all of us cry. You know, I spent time comforting my teammates. Then I met with my parents. And I just cried. Just cried. But overall, my experience playing football was a positive one. Now, if I had the chance to go back to football, I wouldn't, because, you know, for reasons I'm not going to talk about, but the experience was so good. It felt so freaking good to play on the varsity football team. I cannot describe the experience, and that's all I have for you guys. If you guys have a video request, DM me on Instagram. Ronnie80. That's my Instagram. With a hashtag in between the 80. No, I mean with a half mark between the 80, the Miss Savage and the 80. And you can also leave a video request down in the comments. With that being said, this is